So people, hope you're having a good Saturday. Welcome back on the Facebook Live. And got a couple of topics I want to breach today. The main one I'm going to talk about, because I want to get to this, is something I've actually wanted to be talking about for a little while. That's about getting to the root cause of issues. But before that, I'm just going to touch on a couple of the posts that I put up recently. As always, if you are watching this live, share, like, comment, later on Instagram as well as on YouTube, hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. Just quickly, I'm going to do a longer post on, since I put that post up about one of our clients who removed all those gallstones, liver stones as well. Quite a few messages going on, what are these, how do you get these out of your system, how do you go about doing the liver cleanse, etc. Should I do one now? I'm going to be doing a longer article about that, and about how and when you need to, how and when you know you need to do a liver cleanse. But also, for people out there, don't want people just to go out there and start doing liver cleanses, because unless your organs, there's certain parts of your body are actually ready for it, you can go into a deep healing crisis. So before we do that, we work with people, we get rid of things mentally, emotionally, as well as physically, so to make sure people are ready at a certain level. You've got lots of surface toxins. Hey Heather, morning Mark. You've got lots of surface toxins, and then before you start to pull things out of the liver, you need to make sure certain organs are clean. You've got to make sure that people are actually ready to do this. If you start just going in and putting out heavy metals, mercury, etc., and really going in, it can cause a deep healing crisis, and it can lead to lots of problems. It can push you to deep healing crisis, big skin eruptions, nausea, sickness. Can be quite dangerous. So you make sure your body's ready to do that before you do it. Okay, it's really important. That's why I always say to people, work with people and don't just start doing it. And a lot of people messaging me, when do we do liver cleanse? It's like liver cleanse is one of the things. It's part of our program, but it's towards the middle and back end of it before we start going into other organs as well. And also got different programs depending on what people need. Now, just to jump into that, I'll be doing a longer post on that. Now, just wanted to hit up with another comment that I got told from one of the ladies I had a consultation with the other day, and it just goes to prove all this, what's going on, okay, about repeat business for the medical industry. Now, she even as the quote in the video said, it says, medicine isn't about finding the root cause. We don't find the root cause in 90% of our patients. All we do is mask symptoms, and it just goes into that narrative of what the medical industry is about. As I always say, trauma, surgeries, car accidents, fantastic, but chronic injuries, chronic illnesses, they haven't got a clue, because one, they're not taught, and two, they're not meant to. Remember, the medical industry is a business. They don't celebrate when the drug sales go down, just when they go up. This is why it's really, really important to understand this, okay? And when the doctor's actually coming out and saying that to a client who has been moved around, this lady unfortunately been moved from specialist to specialist, consultant to consultant, never got any resolution, and to the point she said, when am I actually going to get to the root of this problem? Why do you keep on giving me medication that's not doing anything except for masking the symptoms? And they actually said to her, we're not here to get to the root cause, all we do is mask symptoms. I'm speaking to another gentleman yesterday who he's basically been on death's door because of what they've done to him. Listen to some people's consultation, doesn't often happen, because there'll be a lot of people that get they've been very, very sick for a long period of time. But certain times I speak to people and their story just infuriates me of what doctors have done to them, in terms of the medication they put them on, the surgeries they put them on, and then they wonder why. This gentleman actually ended up getting blood clots in his lungs, and they said, it's because your pancreas isn't working properly. No, it's because they put him on 12 to 15 different medications they're all just reacting with each other. If you look at any medication, look at the side effects. Go and ask your doctor if you're on any medication what the side effects are. Then if you're taking more than one medication, what happens when those two medications cross? Especially when you're taking 2, 3, 4, 5, you've got 10 upwards of medications, they're all crossing, then you've got this, all of a sudden you've got this new synthetic designer drug in your system. Your body doesn't know what to do with it, and it's so toxic to the body. So toxic to the body, and this is why people start getting all these other problems. I can't sleep, I've got gut issues, skin eruptions, and you get things where people actually get seriously ill. Their body starts producing blood clots, and they start saying, your pancreas isn't working. No, it's because your body's extremely toxic, it's deficient, it's internally imbalanced, and it's overly stressed. And this is why it's really important for people to understand, no one's ever been born deficient in medication. You also haven't been born with too many organs. It's one of the posts I wanted to put up put up yesterday. You don't need your gallbladder out, you don't need your stomach cut out, you don't need your spleen removed. What you need is to clean your sick and toxic body. If in a rare occasion you've got something that really needs to come out because it's so poisonous, then fair enough. But most people, that is far down the line. It's not. They're not even side effects, Mark. Exactly, they're unwanted effects. They get called side effects. This is why it's really important, and I do get passionate about this because people just get put on. They never take you off drugs, right? They just put you on more powerful drugs, or they put you on a different drug, which is why it's so important to get to the root cause. And once you get to the root cause of your issues, they disappear. I've been doing this 11 years. I've done over 7,000 consultations with people with all manner of different health issues. Doesn't matter what it is, from cancer to gut issues, from rheumatoid arthritis to Alzheimer's, whatever it is, PCOS to skin issues, whatever it is. The way you heal anything is the way you heal everything, with a few subtle differences. Yes, if we've got a gut issue, we go about it a certain way, but you create the principles that create health. Always create health. These people are experts in disease. Cut, burn, poison, medicate. Never gets anyone healthy. That's why people they've got drugs set out for you from cradle to grave. In America, there's 1 million children on psychotic drugs under the age of 4. That's a shambles. No one needs to be on those drugs, first of all, let alone children under the age of 4. 1 million people. And so it's just like, this is why people, so I get passionate about this. No one's ever been born with a deficiency in medication. What they have been, though, is maybe it can be toxic from things that have come down through their mother, through their father, and also living in a very toxic world and living a modern lifestyle which puts their body out of balance. And once you start to live and do all the things that create health, the body always responds. I mean, put it this way, these guys, the medical industry is backed by law. They can get away with literal murder. They're the third leading cause of death in the free world, and that's. I mean, if they actually told you the truth, they'd be the first in terms of what they get away with. And so you've got to understand where they're coming from. It's a business. And the same thing, everything that's going on right now, it's a business. It all buys into the germ theory, all goes on the principle that humans are fundamentally broken and they need medication to be fixed, which is complete and utter nonsense, okay? So when you go around the world and you see these tribes, they don't even have words for cancer. They have words for the diseases that we do. When you see like indigenous tribes or these, for example, the islanders that come over and they start living in the Western world, all of a sudden they have problems with their dental health. They have problems with their bone structure, their jaw, because they start adding in foods and living a lifestyle that they didn't used to have before. Okay, this is why it's really important to get back to Mother Nature as much as possible and to do the principles. That's what my post this morning I said. It's not the big leaps we take; it's the things that we do each day that create and maintain health. And if you've got a chronic issue and not a problem, we can deal with that. There's certain things that we do to get to the root of your problem, to clean out the body, to build you up internally, to work on your mental and emotional health, and just to allow your body to get back into balance and equilibrium, and to get to the root cause, which is the key. And as we always say, the equation is, it's your predisposition to disease plus modern lifestyle equals chronic illness. So wherever your weakness in the chain is, mine was my skin and my gut, other people can get Alzheimer's, other people may have cancer in their family, whatever it is, could be endometriosis, wherever it is, that will get exposed when you live a life that's out of balance. Modern lifestyle, eating processed foods, refined foods, too much sugar, overly stressed, not spending enough time in nature, overly medicated, being exposed to too many things that put you out of balance, longing to look like other people rather than just live your life. And they say that comparison's a thief of joy. A lot of things that just rip joy out of your life. This is what the modern lifestyle is, unfortunately. So we need to get back to the principles that create health and back to Mother Nature. As I always say, if you want help doing this, please give me an inbox, send me an email to ryan@reviveyourself.co, and we can help you with this. You've seen our testimonials. My testimonial page on my website, I could have literally thousands more. I just haven't got the time to put it up. I actually need to get someone to do that for me. But yeah, as I always said, we want to get to the root cause. And when the medical industry actually comes out and doctors are actually telling my clients, we're not here to get to the root cause of your problem. So it's not what medicine's about. Hey Helen, that's not what medicine's about. Then we've got the issue you're dealing with, and it's a problem. The actual solution comes down to you. Do you just want to keep on medicating yourself with pills and poisons They never get to the root cause of the problem. This actually increases your illness. It just pushes your infection or whatever issues you've got deeper and deeper and deeper. Or do you actually want to get to the root of it so you can start living life on your terms again, enjoying life, having energy? I know what it's like to have no energy, to look like I didn't want to look, to feel ill, to not even be able to take my shirt off because I was so embarrassed with my skin, etc. Or do you want to actually be able to have all the things that you want in life, to be able to go and play with your kids, go out, socialise with friends and family, look how you want to look, feel how you want to feel, and get what you want from life. The decision is yours. Sorry. Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, these pharmaceutical drugs, they are extremely toxic. They're synthetic. I mean, your body can't even recognise them. And this is why I talk about, there's lots of things that create a toxic internal environment, and medication is one of them. It's why most people's livers are only functioning at 40% of their optimal potential, and then people wonder why they're ill, they're tired, they're sick, they get brain fog, their body's loaded with toxins that come from not just the medication, but comes from poor water supply, poor food. Your food's sprayed in chemicals, rodenticides, fertilizers, insecticides. I mean, you name it. And then you've got water supply, fluoride and other pathogens, and you've got people putting on toxic creams and makeups and fragrances, and all this adds up. Okay, so if you want to get to the root cause of your problem, then you've got to look at things differently. You've got to come at it from a completely different angle, which you start to do all the things that create health rather than fight disease. If you want to do that, as I said before, give me an inbox or send me an email to ryan@reviveyourself.co. Otherwise, find someone you resonate with, or just start doing the things that create health. Put lots of posts out here. I've got lots of podcasts. Revive Yourself with Ryan Martin, the podcast, got 157 episodes, got so many episodes of quality health practitioners, doctors from all around the world, and all the people are on the same wavelength for this. We know how to create health. That's why none of us are wearing masks or worrying about getting ill, because we know that the germ theory has been debunked. Even Louis Pasteur, who was the person who came out and was proponent of germ theory, on his deathbed said, look, the germ's nothing, the terrain is everything. Look into the work of Anton Béchamp, Dr. Thomas Cowan, and Dr. Andrew Kaufman. And just look at these, Rudolf Steiner. The germ is nothing, the terrain is everything. And once you've got a healthy internal environment, no opportunistic organism or pathogen can take over. You create health. You are responsible for your health, no one else. Alright? Anyway, hope this helps, people. If you want help, I'm always here. Otherwise, as always, stay happy, stay healthy. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.